Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this Ashtanga Vinyasa practice. I just wanted to start off this practice saying that when we are going through any type of hardship, or if we are planning to meet with a group for healing purposes, say certain rituals or ceremonies, or trying to get a women's group together or a men's group together where it is based in spirituality, then it's really important for everyone to show up being vulnerable, being open, being honest. And I wanted to bring this up because over this past week, there were a group of women that came together specifically for a big astrological event. And the intention of us coming together was for our own healing, but also to have a support group. And so that we could be open and honest and vulnerable and be with these women who would help not only support us, but hold us accountable to the path. And everyone showed up for that, except for one person. And one person was just blissfully happy, and nothing was on their mind, and nothing needed to be healed. And they were more or less perfect. And that annoyed me. I'm just going to be real. I'm going to be honest. That annoyed me because I was like, really, all of us here came for this intention, and we're all sharing and opening up our hearts in this sacred circle. And you're not giving us anything. You're not letting us in. You're not opening the door. Anyway, maybe she was blissfully happy and content and needs absolutely no healing. But I have never run across a person who doesn't need anything at all. Like, I don't know. What do you think about that? So while we're here on the mat, let's move, let's breathe, let's set our intention to be real, to be authentic, to go inside, to pay attention to the wounds, but also to pay attention to what has healed, to focus on the bliss, and at the same time, be able to turn inward towards the other emotions that may be surfacing as well. Yes, we're here to transmute the energy. Yes, we're here to transform. Yes, we're here to free ourselves. But again, it's not a magic pill. So don't disconnect from the mind from the body. We must be grounded. We must be grounded in order to experience the true bliss. Otherwise, it's more of a superficial bliss. Think about when you're really wanting something in particular. Maybe you have a nice dinner or event to go to, and you go shopping and you find the perfect dress, and you make the appointment to get your hair done, and all of that's awesome, but it's kind of a superficial bliss, isn't it? So let's try to move towards the authentic bliss through this practice together. I'll meet you on the mat. So I never practice in shorts, but I am today, as I'm at home. We're going to bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Stand equally upon both feet and feel the sticky mat below. Feel the harder surface below the mat. And allow yourself to stay connected to the earth. Let's connect more by taking deep sips of breath. Focusing on sending that exhalation all the way down, down, down to the earth. Breathing the energy up from the earth, through the body, into the heart, into the brow. Then follow it all the way back down to the left. Keep breathing, keep centering. You can use that Ujjayi pranayama. Open the eyes and inhale, arms fly up. Exhale, fold in, Uttanasana. In and lengthen halfway up. Out, plant your palms, step it back and lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, rise to upward facing dog. Exhale, roll it back to downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Stretching up and out of your wrist, up and down of the elbows, up and out of the shoulders, up and out of the ribs. Inhale, gather the feet to come back to the top of the mat. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, lower down and in. Inhale all the way up to the top. Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, Samasthiti. All right, keep that rolling. Simple A. Open and expand as you lift the arms overhead. Exhale, fan them out as you fold. Inhale, lift and elongate your neck. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, lower down and hover if you can. Inhale, lift the up dog. Exhale, roll it back, downward facing dog. How can you extend the spine more? How can you heighten your hips? Sometimes it's a simple rooting of the hands to the feet. Other times it's implementing other muscle groups. Listen to the song of your soul. That whispering sound of your breath. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana at the top of the mat. Exhale, drop down and in. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep this rolling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Plank. Low push-up. Inhale. Open the front body. Exhale. Roll back over your toes. Open up space in the pits of the arms. Open up space in between each vertebra. And if your legs are warmed up enough, open up space behind your knees. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold into seven. Inhale, coming up to stand. And exhale, hands to heart. Another A. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 90-degree angle with the body. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can always bounce back. That one pose instead of passing through plank. We'll meet in down dog for more pranayama. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, root the feet, rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more A. Basically going through the same motions. Using your breath, finding your cadence. And then finding some stability and stillness as you breathe in down dog. Inhale, feet plant at the top. Shine the heart. Exhale, melt the heart down and in. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to prayer. All right, B. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, tip forward, straight legs. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, back heel drops. Front knee lunges as you build the arms up, hands turn to face each other. From warrior one, bring it back into the flow. Left foot next, stepping forward towards the hands. Back foot offset, sets down to the ground. Spine rising, fingertips lifting. Gaze straight ahead. One more vinyasa. Hold and breathe. Inhale, feet to the top. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, chair. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, we're going to keep going with B. Inhale, begin to a chair. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step it back and lower. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rolling over the toes, down dog. Right foot steps through, warrior one. Making sure that front knee stays aligned over the ankle. And release. Once you roll to down dog, left foot comes through on the in-breath. Virabhadrasana 1, again, front knee aligns over the ankle. Back foot solidifies to the floor. Hips tee up. Exhale, take Chaturanga. Into the back bend. Out to the inversion. Breathe. Inhale, Ardha, Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, let's continue. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, build that upper body strength. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, find that blend of strength and flexibility. Right foot steps through, warrior one, same. Lost my balance, sequential order. Good, release. And continue. Left foot next. Exhale, release. Remember, if you ever need to skip a vinyasa, you can just take down dog, step forward, or just hold and breathe. In to Ardha Uttanasana. Out to Uttanasana. In to Utkatasana. Out Samastitihi. We're doing one more B today. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sprout up. Exhale, chaturanga. In to up dog. Out to down dog. Right foot leads, Virabhadrasana 1. Release. Take down dog or flow. Left foot next. One more vinyasa for now. Holding your inversion, head in between the upper arms. Into the top of the mat. Out and lower down. Into chair. Out, hands to heart. All right, feet step wide. Shoulders roll back. Hinge from the hips. Loop the first 2 fingers on each big toe. Lift through your knees, contract your quads. Hold and more. Version of Padangusthasana. In, lift your head. Exhale, stand on your hands, Padahastasana. Toes to the wrists. Rock your hips forward. Don't be shy about allowing your weight to come into your hands. It's the purpose. It's the counter pose. Remove the hands. Hands to hips. Come back up. Feet together. All right, we're stepping to the right. And I'm probably not mirroring you. Right foot turns out, arms lengthen. And then windmill down to triangle pose. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Right foot turns in, left foot rotates out, straighten the leg, lengthen the underside of your ribs. Keep them open as you teeter the left hand down, right arm up. You're wanting to stay long through your side body. You're attempting to stack the shoulders. There is a little asymmetry here in the sacrum. You're stacked over that front leg. Inhale, come up. Exhale, relax your hands. Left foot turns in, right foot turns out, offset the left foot. All right, hands to the hips, square them up, lift your left arm. Exhale, twist right, keeping the right hand on the hip or ascending it in the air. Root the mound of the right big toe. Squeeze the right hip in. Activate that IT band. And then we'll come up. By the way, I went and got a masseuse, or got a massage from a masseuse when my back popped the other day with bad body mechanics, petting my dog of all things. And she did a lot of therapeutic deep tissue stuff. And what she discovered was that my lower body was tense and tight and causing the issue in my back, specifically the outer hips and the IT band. So sometimes that pain will occur somewhere else, but the culprit or the root cause is elsewhere. All right, square the hips, right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. Now, obviously your hand can come to your body, to the floor, to a block. If it aggravates this left shoulder, you can have the hand on the hip. Ready? Bring it up. All right. We're gonna sidestep the feet again. Look at them to see whether or not they're in the straight line or plane. That's what we want for the next one. We're gonna turn the right foot out, lunge the knee. If the top of that thigh is lifting a little higher, try to sink it down, lower, prop the elbow, left arm up or crossing over to create that diagonal line through your side body. This is probably one of my favorite standing poses. Inhale, coming up. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out, lunge the knee. Drop that hip and thigh a little extra, prop onto the leg. Right arm can shoot straight overhead or sending it in that diagonal line to match the back leg. Instead of shrinking the ear into the shoulder, you want to push the arm down so the head and ear elevate above the shoulder. Good, bring it up. Left foot turns in. Right foot rotates out. Okay, I'm going to spin off the back heel. I'm placing the left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. Hands together. Dial the heart towards your thumbs. Form the relationship with your breath. Unwind, plant the back heel, stand up, rotate the left foot, spin to the ball of the right foot, and wind your way into the twist. Unwind, step forward, take a moment, relax your hands. All right, inhale, step to the right again. It's a momentary break for the feet. All right, hands to the hips, lift your chest, fold forward, then drape the hands down, squeeze the elbows in, lift through your kneecaps. Tip forward towards your toes. Have the crown face down. And monitor your breathing. Affirming and now relax and cast aside all mental burdens. All mental barriers. Inhale. We're going to walk the hands out in front of us today. We're going to do a little something different here. Inhale, right arm sweeps up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm circles up. Breathe. Exhale, hand down. Now loop the first two fingers around each big toe, fan the elbows away from the shins. Padagustasana, or excuse me, Prasarita Padottanasana D. All right, hands to the hips, gently come up. All right, I did this the other day in a different class and I just loved it so much. And you've done it before, but we're gonna add it into Ashtanga Vinyasa today. Turn the toes out, come to Da Vinci pose. And as you exhale, lunge the knee, hands down or hands to heart, Skandasana. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down or hands to heart, yogi's choice. Keep that flowing. Inhale up. Exhale, right knee lunges. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee lunges. One more to each side. All right, when you come back up, fan the fingers wide. Sense the inner joy, wanting to rise up in the heart, no matter the mood. Relax your arms, turn your feet, and step one closer to the other. All right, balancing. We're going to work with tree pose today. You're standing on your left leg, you're bending the right knee, you're turning open from the hip. Right? You can be here. You can be here, or you can press the foot and inner thigh together. Vrikshasana tree. Left hand to waist, right hand to knee. Separate the foot away for Padagustasana B. Bring the knee out in front. Hand returns to the hip. Go ahead and extend your right leg. Padagustasana D. Suction the belly in. Drive your left thigh bone back. Release your foot. All right, here we go. Bending the left knee, turning open to the heel, to the calf, to the inner thigh. Vrikshasana tree. Padagustasana B. Hand to hip, hand to knee, separate the foot, flex the ankle. Find your drishti, balance and breathe. Bring it in front, hand to the hip for D. Good, and release. All right, come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, chair. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, drive up. Exhale, rock and roll back. Let's come down to the knees, down to our seat, and extend the legs out in front. All right, so wherever this hip crease is, you're pushing down through your thighs. Okay, otherwise the knees are gonna pop up. So push down through your thighs, push out through your heels. All right, reach the arms up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. You're extending the spine long, long, long. Again, pushing down through the thighs. Slide your hands back behind you. Slide your feet in towards you. And then push down through the hands and feet. Tuck and lift your seat. Hang the head back just enough to look up. And then feel good at the shoulders after those push-ups. And then sit back down. Extend your left leg out. Your right arm on the inside of the right knee. Then you twist, twist, turn the arm. Notice how my hand is spinning to wrap. Left arm reaches out. Now, if I were just to wrap the left arm, it's not giving me the length in my low back for the forward fold. So that's why I extend out with the left arm in front first, then take the hand behind the back, and then I can bound the head. Lift your head, bring the right foot to meet the inner thigh, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, pour down, Janu Shavasana. Gazing out towards the foot if it doesn't strain your neck. And notice if your big toe is coming closer to you than the pinky toe, or if it's reversed, maybe the pinky toe is coming in closer to your face than the big toe mound. So try to separate the toes and make it pretty even. This is how we can make some corrections with some of our poor habits or misalignments. Inhale, come up. All right, we're going to take that foot, lift it, bring it to half lotus. All right, in our half lotus, the right arm circles around behind the back. Now, I'm not even going to hold my foot today. Sometimes I do. Left arm reaches upward. Exhale, hinge downward. Inhale, halfway up. Look up. Remove that front hand and remove the back hand. Okay, we're going to do something different today. We're going to slide the left foot underneath the right knee. Okay, so we got half lotus here. And we're going to fold over the lap or a hip opening pose. Find your edge of flexibility here and breathe. Inhale, coming up. All right, this foot in half lotus, we're actually going to slide up to be on top of the left knee. Oh, right? We only moved it a number of inches, but now we're in a completely different pose. We've gone from half lotus, now into fire log or double pigeon. So press with your fingertips, lift through your chest, and notice how the knees may automatically rock down. Then take your forward fold. Excuse me. Inhale. When we start to come up, we're going to lift the right knee as we slide the left knee in front and the left foot over towards the right hip. We're going to stand on the right foot and lift this right knee, okay? So it's Ardha Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fish pose. Today, though, we're going to take the elbow to the opposite side of that right knee, and your left arm is pushing that knee over towards the left side of your mat. All right, now we can shrink on this left side, so lift, 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 lift up, then separate that right hand and set it to the floor behind you. Okay, that's option number one. But I want you to feel how pushing that elbow into the knee really opens up this IT band on the outside of the leg. I'm feeling it all the way towards my sit bones, or it could be my piriformis, actually, because that was the band that was also really bundled, that was causing tension in my back. All right, you can also try taking that left hand underneath the knee, right hand circles around behind the back. You may be able to catch the fingers and turn your head across the right shoulder. You can't bind the arms, it's okay. And then exhale, unwind. Whew, that was deep. Okay. I'm going to give you a chance to crisscross the ankles, plant the palms, step back plank, and then go through a vinyasa if you want it. Exhale to chaturanga, inhale to up dog, exhale down dog, and you're coming back to the floor. Or maybe you just wanted to skip it with me. All right, so from here, right leg out, left knee bent, okay? Left arm stretches to the inside of it, and then we turn, turn, twist, twist, bind, bind. Both arms. That arm that's bound around the left leg, you are squeezing and tucking it in towards yourself if you want more action. Inhale, slowly coming up. We're gonna catch that left ankle, pull it in towards the straight leg, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, Janu Shavasana. Again, can you look at which part of your foot is spinning a little bit closer towards your face? This is typically how we walk. This is giving us good information. Now, I usually correct this pretty well when I'm looking out towards the foot. And the other day, I was looking at the soles of my shoes because I haven't done that in a while. And I've had this pair of shoes for a long time, years, in fact. They're so comfortable. They're like squishy soles, you know. But when I realized that I had taken a lot of tread off the sole of the foot, I noticed a lot of the tread was more on the outside of the foot and not so much the mound of the big toe. And in yoga, I talk about this a lot. So now I'm thinking, I need to think about it more when I'm standing and walking versus just being on the mat. Because I've corrected my feet a lot. I was really deformed, actually, in my feet when I was born. And it's been a lifelong project to correct my feet. because you want to have corrected feet if you don't want to disrupt your knees, hips, back, neck, right? It's all interconnected, and the base is so critical. All right, let's slowly come back up. We're going to take the foot, lift it up, and see if we can do half lotus. Don't force, don't fight, see if it's possible. There's always alternatives. The left arm's going to circle around behind the back, and I'm choosing not to grab the foot today. I'm just letting the hand rest where it kind of goes without the twist. Right arm up. Exhale, fold. And then halfway up. Place your hands. Slide your right foot underneath your left knee. Again, we've got a half lotus formation. Lift up energetically to the top of the head and walk it out in front of you as you hinge from your hips. And then immerse yourself with breath. Foot's gonna slide out to the knee, lift up energetically. Oh yeah, you can also push down through your fingertips, lift your chest. That will also help in going a little deeper in the pose. Sure, you guys that have been doing this a while with me, you probably have some of the same questions I get on occasion, like this week when my back snapped. I was like, wait, what just happened, you know? And I was in pain, you know, for a couple of days and had to really be cautious with my movements on the mat and off the mat, and had to find some other types of therapy to help to figure it out. And when I was with the masseuse and she was like, oh, your lower body's so tight, your hips are, and I'm like, my hips are pretty open. Like, look at me in the pose. Like, it just makes me wonder, if I didn't do as much yoga as I do, what would my body be like? What pain would I be experiencing? It's kind of, you know, mind blowing to think about people who don't, you know, physically move that much. They must really be in pain. All right, gently back up. Now, what we're going to do is lift the left knee. This is where we're going into the twist. So the right foot's going to shimmy over towards the outer left hip. You may find that you're lifting up out of your left sit bone, but root it back down. Stand strong on that left foot, but even so, if you place the right elbow to the opposite side of the knee and give it a little shove, you're going to feel the IT band work. Left hand behind the back. Now this is my tighter shoulder, my right shoulder. So, you know, I'll show you. I can't get the hands together on this side. I could the other side, but that's too much for me. So I'm going to stay here and focus on what I can do. And please do the same. Exhale, unwind from that twist. All right, unhook your feet and legs. You're going to come down to forearms. Now, instead of shrinking the belly and chest, you're going to lift the belly and chest, and we're going to fly the feet up to about this angle. Okay, the toes are pointed. And then as we exhale, we lower the legs, squeeze the belly, come to canoe, where you're more stationed on your low back, belly hugging in. And then exhale, bend the knees, come to half boats. Hands down, crisscross the ankles, bump up. Doing Shavasana differently today on the forearms, legs extended at this angle, toes point straight ahead. Lower and hover the feet. Lift your arms, breathe, breathe, breathe. Half boat. Crisscross, bump up. Third round, forearms. This is a nice version, right? I did this in my gentle class this week. I was like, oh, this feels good. Lower the feet, arms out. Maybe not so good feeling here. And then draw in. Good, elongated back, breathe. Feet together, lift your heart. Exhale, Baddha Konasana, cobbler pose. Up, exhale, extend your legs. Now see, I just work with furniture. I didn't want to move the chairs today. I just slid the foot underneath. So work with the environment you're in. Taking my hair down, you can too. We're going to lace the first two fingers on each big toe, and we're moving into this balancing pose, resting on the sits bones. Again, I'm working with the furniture. My legs touching it, but I'm lifting my foot above it. It's okay. All right. We're bringing the feet down, as well as the spine. Okay. We're inhaling to bridge. Right, and you may start off like, I'm only turning my head to look this way because notice my hips are pretty low. When your hips are pretty low, you can feel you're more grounded on your upper back. And in that situation, you can turn your head. But when we start to get really dynamic, when we start to lift the pelvis higher and we start to feel more of a back bend, when we tuck the shoulders under the body, you do not want to turn your head, because you're coming more into the platform of the shoulders and neck. Okay, so I'm going to turn my head back to neutral. Arms are going to come back down, and then this point, let's tuck and lift more. Let's rock and tuck the shoulders under more. Squeeze the knees in more. Now this is in more dynamic Satipandasana. And we're going to do an active waterfall. Now, if you prefer shoulder stand, you can roll down and then lift back up to shoulder stand. It's not great for my neck anymore unless I have a lot of blankets. So I'm going to do this instead. So I'm stacking the arms underneath and lifting the legs over the hips. Sometimes we do this with a block. Again, please don't turn your head. 5 full breaths. When you're ready to exit, hands to the floor, scoop the belly in, roll it down, lower your feet. Slide your hands up underneath your bottom or thighs. Extend your legs, point your toes. Drive the heart up, open your throat wide. Matsyendrasana. Get the fish pose. If you're ever, in the pool or floating in the ocean or lake, and you sense that your legs are falling deeper under the surface of the water, try puffing up your chest, not this dramatically, but like you would in fish pose. And it does help you to become and feel more buoyant. All right, let's release the neck. Let's release the hands. Let's hug the knees. We're extending the left leg. We're lifting the right. We're separating the right arm to the right side. I'm getting into this twist differently right now. If you can hold your calf with your left hand or that right foot with your left hand, you're going to take it and spin it across the body. Also, a strap is fine too. So this gallbladder meridian runs up the outseam of the leg and hip. And I had a shiatsu massage therapist once tell me that when you're feeling extra sensitive, it could be something really irritating you or galling you somehow. Or it could just be too tight with certain types of body repetition or too much of a sedentary lifestyle. All right, let's come out. So at the beginning, I told you something that irritated me this week. Someone I felt like really didn't show up. Extend your right leg. Lift your left leg. Right hand to calf or foot. Also a strap. Send it across. Woo. Your IT band tight too? Wowza. All right. Coming out of that twist, hug the knees back in, but this time circle the knees several times one way, several times the other way. And then bring the soles of the feet together, separate your knees apart. Bring your arms up into the goddess or winged position. Let's just take 5 slow, deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you're going to slide one foot out and the other foot out. And you can do a couple different things with your arms. One, you can slide them up so you're kind of in an egg shape. Or you can bring the arms down beside you if that feels best. Close your eye. This whole week, I've been talking about the Lion's Gate energy that happened on 8/8, but it's still going on through the 12th of August. Portal in which we can harness the energy for creative expression, for support, for insights and initiations, awakenings and epiphanies. The other night, it showed up in a dream because my dream was all about a lion being on the loose. That lion would often think is being very fierce because it's the king of the jungle, but it's actually known to be the king of the jungle due to its heart. Even though we tend to look at lions as being ferocious wild animals, they often also exhibit a gentle nature, symbolic of strength and courage and confidence, even protection. I want you to move deep within yourself and realize that, like I was saying in the beginning, showing your soft side, showing your vulnerable side, being real, being truly authentic is actually showing courage, strength. Seek and find these qualities within in Shavasana today. Now that you've been resting, breathing, assimilating some of these benefits, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hug the knees back in. Roll over to one side of your body. Come on up to take a seat. Sitting tall and attentive, eyes turned down. Feel free to pause the video if you want to sit in meditation or draw your hands to prayer position at your heart, and we'll end the practice. The light in me honors and bows to the beautiful radiant light in each of you. I encourage you to find strength and vulnerability, to continue to open your heart, to stay grounded in who you truly are, to be real. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day.